Hey everyone, welcome to the EV show by Ludicrous Feed Live. Today is the 20th of August 2025. Can you believe it? We're already almost at the end of August. It is 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Thanks so much for joining us. If you're watching us live tonight, make sure you drop us a comment. And if you're watching us on replay, hello as well. And if you're listening to us on audio podcast, g'day. Nice of you to join us wherever you are listening to us from. Yes, it is still raining in Sydney, very much so. It is absolutely pouring down as we speak. Getting a bit sick of it. I'm sure a lot of you Sydney-siders are as well, but I think there is some reprieve very soon. So yeah, hang in there, guys. Stay nice and dry for us. Let's say hello to our regular guests as always. Hey, let's welcome to the stream Mr. Bonza himself, Mr. Riz Akhtar. Hello, Riz. How are you this evening?
Yeah, going well. Trying out a new Bonza lounge. Just here in Melbourne, and it's not raining.
Oh, what? Not raining in Melbourne and raining in Sydney.
I know.
Seems odd. Oh, well, it is what it is. Let's say hello to our special guest for this evening, of course, Mr. Roland Lam himself from Zapped YouTube channel. Hey, Roland, how are you? Oh, hang on. There we go. Try again.
Hey Tom, hey Riz, good evening all.
Very good. Welcome, Roland. I think Riz might have frozen on us. That's okay, I'm sure he'll be back.
That or he's holding a smile very, very well.
He's doing very well, isn't he? Bonza internet again. Oh well, can't blame him. Sometimes I get the Bonzas as well. It is what it is. Apparently it's going to be upgraded next month. I keep saying this because I'm super excited.
September,
Roland.
yes, I hear it's September.
Cannot wait. Double my upload speed.
Yeah, I think I've seen a few companies already update website internet plans. I think so.
Yeah,
coming soon.
Yeah, with Interloop, and yeah, apparently going from 50 to 100 uploads. So yeah, can't wait.
Good win.
Yeah, well, let's say thank you to our sponsors for this evening. Thank you to MyCar, Tire and Auto. Got some news about MyCar actually very soon, or at least later in the stream. So hang in there, guys. Thank you also to Hankook Tires, Driving Emotion. Check out Hankook for your EV tires. And I would thank Riz from Carloop. He'll be back soon, I'm sure. But thank you to Carloop, data to empower Australia's EV revolution. Riz has entered the studio. I get the notification when he joins us. So yeah, let's bring him back onto the stage. Hello, Riz. Welcome back.
Hey, and it's not even raining down here, and I've got no internet in the lounge. Can't believe it. Thanks for being patient.
You need to upgrade a platinum, Riz. You know, Bonza Gold's just not good enough.
Might have to, backed by Starlink.
That's right. Let's say hello to some of our regulars for this evening. Hello, Steve from a rainy Central Coast. Oh, it's up there as well, Steve, not just Sydney. Hello, Rob. Good afternoon, Tom, he says. Hello, Jean from Sodden and wet southwestern Sydney. Yeah. Yep, all our Sydney side is complaining about the rain. Typical. Hello, Jim from soggy Sydney as well. Andrew's rubbing it in. Cold but sunny Western Victoria. Hello, Aaron Crofts. Rainy at home in Sydney. Yes, indeed. But he's in Melbourne, looks like. Yes, when is the rain going to stop? Don't know. Next week, I think, apparently. Murray, yes, g'day. G'day. And hello, Justin. I can see you there. Hello. Hello, Pauline. Nice to see you. Hello. And who else have we got here? We've got Sim. Oh, raining in the Gold Coast as well. Wow, it's spreading north. That's not good. Hello, Sir Necromancer. Hello. Yes, James, I agree. Victoria needs to step up its EV charges. I think Riz would probably agree with that too. Yeah, Pino agrees, says it's a sad time in the world when Melbourne has better weather than Sydney. Well, yep. So true. G'day, Daryl. Hey, guys, from the super wet hills district of Sydney.
Ooh.
Yep. I'm sure it's wet where you are, Roland, too.
Yep.
Hey, Lewis. Nice of you to join us. Hello, Kevin from Florida. Very good. Wettest August for 27 years, I know. It's crazy. All right, well, let's kick off the show tonight with some news. I think Zeekr 7X, of course, made its launch a couple of weeks ago. Riz and I were lucky enough to attend that launch in Sydney. But last week they announced that they surpassed 1,000 pre-orders. How good is that? Congratulations to Zeekr for doing that. Good job. I also want to shout out to this gentleman here, who is Shane, who got the 1,000th pre-order for the 7X. Shane's actually a good friend of mine, believe it or not. It's just coincidental that he was the 1,000th pre-order.
Hey.
So well done, Shane. Shout out to you. Here he is being congratulated as well from
Tom,
Mr.
who
Frank.
said you're not influential?
Well, I
Line
influenced one
1,000.
person. 1,000, yeah. No, Shane was very happy. I spoke to him. He's very happy with his 7X order, so he's looking forward to receiving it. And here it is with the orange, the Zeekr orange riz, which we all know and love. And this is the goodies they had laid out for him. This 1,000th order cake. How nice is that cake? And champagne, and, yeah, and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, well done, Shane. Well done to all the 1,000 pre-orders that Zeekr 7X has managed to get in the last week. It's pretty good, Riz. I think 1 week, 1,000 orders. How does that compare with the I guess other new entrants to the market so far?
Look, the Geely EX5, given it's a much more affordable car, that took a couple of weeks, I think, for it to sort of get to that sort of a milestone in terms of pre-orders or orders, because they opened their orders as soon as they sort of officially launched in March. And we know that BYD C Line 7, it's taken it a couple of probably 2.5, 3 months to get 1,000 sales. So yeah, I think this has got to be one of the most successful new brand launches in recent times.
Yeah, that's right. It's definitely generated a lot of hype in the last week. Absolutely. I think, Roland, one thing that might catch people out is the servicing charge. They haven't actually released them, have they?
Not yet. No, I asked when I was there at Chatswood. Not yet.
Interesting. I had to look at my spreadsheet. Apart from Tesla, of course, most brands will charge probably $3,000 in 5 years, something like that. So I expect Zeekr will be the same. Some sort of higher brands like Polestar will sort of waive the 5-year servicing. I think Smart will do that, or have done that in the past as well. So yeah, I'm expecting Zeekr will be the same, sort of $3,000 to $4,000 maybe. We'll see. Will that kind of affect orders, you think, Riz? Like, will people go, well, servicing, I'll just count it if it's going to cost me an extra, $3,000-4,000?
Yeah, it's interesting because, a lot of the more premium, like Volvo, for example, sells servicing plans, 5-year servicing plans, which, people purchase usually when they purchase the car. Other people sort of pay as it's needed. I don't think it would impact too much on the servicing side of things, especially if you're, I guess, leasing it, because that gets bundled into, I'm assuming, your weekly, fortnightly, whatever payment over a period of time. So $10-15 here, people are probably not going to notice it. But yeah, I guess we'll find out more details. But at initial glance, I guess it hasn't stopped people so far, but we'll find out.
Yeah, that's right. We'll bring it to you on the channel here in the live streams once they announce their servicing plans. Rip Xpeng Orange, yeah, says Andrew. I agree. Xpeng Orange is gone. Maybe Zeekr Orange is going to take over with this cake and the ribbon. So Necromancer says, my fingers are eternally crossed in hope of Australia getting the 007 GT. Yes, me too, Sir Necromancer. I am also crossing my fingers with you. Everything I can do to get this over here. Yeah, Hal says, awesome work, Zeekr. Geely EX5 also selling very well. Yep, it's good to see. Gents, what do you reckon? The 8,888th order getting a free car. I think that's worth doing. That'd be a great promo, I reckon.
Especially the ramp up.
Listening.
Yeah, that's right, team. Get onto that. The great promo. Hello, Tassie. Nice to see you. Evening, everyone from a chilly Hobart. And hello, Grandpa, as well. Evening chat. Tom, Riz, and Roland. G'day. Nice to see you. Yeah, that's right. As we said, Tesla not charging for servicing for warranty, which is good. I guess that's kind of built in their pricing, maybe. But then Zeekr 7X price is very similar to Tesla as well. So curious to see what they do with that. Yes, Andrew, that's right. IM5, IM6. Speaking of very expensive fourth service, I think, yeah, it's quite high from memory. Fourth service. Correct. I think they've probably got one of the highest servicing plans of this mid-range SUV lot. Luke says Mercedes reduced the price on EQE 300 and 350 by up to $40,000. Wow. That's interesting. What are we talking now?
Oh, EQE 350 or 300? I don't know, maybe 120, 110, 120?
Yeah, let's have a look. Let's pop up something from Drive, for example. Let's see. Let's Mercedes EQE offers LCT equivalent savings on EQE SUV, slashing the prices on according to Drive. List price of $136,000. EQE 300. It's like 10% off basically. 350 offering 16 grand off. Okay, I mean that's fairly substantial. Still, it's not cheap. Asking $130,000 for the car. I think Riz, you've driven this, haven't you, or you've driven a version of this?
I've driven the sedan once upon a time, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just not sure. I'm not sure who's buying the Mercs at the moment.
Mm. They're not bad looking cars.
I sat in an Uber that had one.
Did you?
EQB?
Yes, EQE. And the person owned a business, a warehouse, and said finishing work. So figured make some extra coin to go drive somewhere around the area, drive a little bit before it goes home for the day. And I'm like, that's very dedicated for a $150,000 car.
Ah.
It was very nice though, but a lot of coin for a 5-seater.
Was that an Uber Black, Roland, or just a standard Uber X?
Uber
Do you
Green.
remember? Oh,
I
of
selected
course.
Uber Green. Yeah.
Ah,
Did
Not
you
very
check the boot?
I didn't hear any thumping. Nobody's.
I was just checking whether this car was used for multiple purposes on your journey, because it could be to put together an alibi, Roland. Next time, we just got to be careful. Having said that, I've been in a BMW i5 as an Uber. So I was questioning the same thing. What's in the boot? Is there an alibi being created? What's going on? But things can happen.
First of all, don't ask questions because you may not like the answer when you're in an Uber. So. I say mind your own business. You don't want to know. Yeah, I agree, Aaron. Paying for the badge, definitely. Not many reviews on the Mercs. Yeah, that's true. Not too many, hey? First of all, they don't loan it to us. Mere mortals. Certainly haven't had a Merc Fresca. I know Riz has, because it's Riz. It's Hollywood Riz.
Oh, jeez. I mean, you've had the Rolls.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I spoke too soon. I've got news on not the Rolls, but Rolls equivalents very shortly on the stream. So stay tuned, everyone. So this is going to be very exciting. Daryl says IM5, IM6, mentioning some inconsistencies with the Tesla supercharging. I wonder what inconsistency you are talking about. Could be an 800 volt thing. Is it just not reaching the supposed charging rate? I assume that would be a thing with 800 volt cars currently. Got them later in the year, actually, these press cars. So we will definitely test these cars at a Tesla supercharger. So stay tuned. All right. Yes, I saw this too, Hal. Interesting news in the service station world. Ampol buying out EQ Australia and taking all their sites. Maybe AmpCharge, which has kind of stalled, will pick up pace again. Hope so. All right, let's keep going, guys. So now I want to actually talk about this. We talked about Geely a bit earlier. So big news out of Geely this week. Geely EX5 finally getting Apple CarPlay. So this is an over-the-air update. Will be available from Monday 18th, so 2 days ago, to all MY25 Geely EX5 Complete and Geely EX5 Inspire customers, which is great. Really good to see. This is what they've been hanging out for. And you know what? Now that this is now in Geely vehicles, this is a very, very competitive car in this segment. Between this and Leap Motor that still doesn't have Apple CarPlay, so Geely almost a complete package for a sub $50,000 car. Fantastic value. And can I just give a shout out to the Geely team of all the new cars, and even Tesla included. I think Geely do communications about updates really, really well. This is phenomenal. This is an email all customers get. And then they all get like a, what's this? Look, they get like a little, summary of what the update comprises of, right? So, version update, how big's the update, 5 gigabytes, approximate download and installation time, and then just a very nicely laid out document saying, hey, you're getting an update. You can expect this, including CarPlay, including additional language support, and optimized function labeling, all this stuff. And it's just really well laid out. It sings to my heart, just really nicely, presented to customers. Roland, I think, this has got to be industry standard for updates moving forward. What do you reckon?
Totally agree. I like the top bit, how it tells you approximate downloading and installation time, because sometimes you think you might do a cheeky little, let's just install it now, and who knows how long it might take. So I think that's actually really good.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. That's a record as well, right? I know with like BYD, for example, when I had my seal, once you install it, it's really hard to find the update again, like the install notes. So, hats off to Geely. And, having met the Geely product team, like, yeah, you can tell they really have attention to detail. So, yeah, it's good to see them looking after customers. Now, I've got a friend with a Geely EX5, and they've told me that it's just for Apple CarPlay, as far as I can see. I don't think it's
Yep.
available yet for Android Auto. Right, Riz?
Yeah, Android Auto Q1 next year. Now, that's where I think Geely has let let's just say, poorer people like myself who can afford a Spectre but can't afford a Apple phone. So based on that, I thought they were coming back to back Q3 for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in Q4. But yeah, there's a bit of a delay. But I guess at least this is progress.
Sure is. At least for Apple CarPlay, it's wired and wireless, so there's hope also for Android users, in Q1 as well. Now, these photos are from our viewer, Darren. So he shared this one with us, which is great. Thank you, Darren. And you can see there that even with nav, I assume this is either Apple Maps or Google Maps, the the AC and all that stuff down the bottom is still present, so it doesn't take over the whole screen, which is really good. Good UI there. So well done, Geely, and happy days for Geely EX5 customers. Really good. Sim, I agree. They shouldn't ship a car without CarPlay and Android Auto. Yeah, I think that's a big mistake originally. I think the Star A DMI, which DMI? No, what's it called? They're hybrid.
EMP? I don't
EMI.
know.
Yeah, you're right, Bruce. EMI. DMI is BYD. I don't want to confuse the two. The Star A should have Apple CarPlay on launch. That's good. BYD could learn from Geely. I agree, Justin. I 100% agree with this kind of communication and UI and UX. I hope Zeekr also follows Geely with communications. Well, it's the same parent company, right? I mean, surely they would share notes with this kind of thing. Geely versus MGS5. Yeah, check out my MGS5 review if you know. I've got a bit of a comparison there at the end of that vid, so check that out. Still no Android Auto. Correct, guys. Correct. It should follow soon, as Riz said. So we shall keep an eye on it. Scott says, Riz, you don't get an iPhone with your Spectre? That's disappointing, I gotta say. Surely.
Look, with all the geopolitical tension at the moment, I try and stay a bit neutral, you know what I'm saying?
What about an Oppo? No?
Well,
Huawei?
I'm heading Oppo, Xiaomi, anyone, you know what I'm saying? Like Huawei, if you're looking to sponsor, we're keen. So if you do a partnership with ASICS with my runners, bundle it up and we're in.
And a hat.
Bonza. Sorry, Roland, go.
No, I was just saying, and a hat.
And a hat, yeah.
And a hat.
So Bonza, ASICS, and Oppo or Huawei. It's a match made in heaven. Any plans for Zeekr X, 7X, Xpeng, BYD Sea Lion 7 comparison? Well, we did an on-paper comparison with me and Joy, so check out that video on the channel, Bremo, so it's already there. Do any of these offer free Spotify? Yeah, I don't think so. I think Tesla had that for a while, where they were the only player in the market, but no, I think even Tesla's got rid of that now too.
Yeah, it's gone.
And actually, Tesla also got rid of, I think, the tune-in subscription at one stage, because I was getting no ads listening to, all the rap beats and whatever else you listen to on a global radio stations. And then all of a sudden, every time you start up, it wants to play a budget direct ad. So I tried it a couple of times. I was like, this can't be right. And yeah, it looks like Tesla got rid of that as well. So I'll need to sign up to tune in.
No more Euro rap for Riz.
No.
Just ads now. All right, so speaking of Tesla, let's talk about Tesla today. So let's talk about the new Model Y L that's been spotted in China and posted on X and so on. So what are we talking about here? What can we see in the Tesla Model Y L, which, for those who don't know, is the 6-seater prototype Model Y. As you'd expect, it's going to be a longer, car with... Sorry, I'm just hearing the rain outside coming in. Longer car, 6 seats, of course. Now, I never was a fan of the 6-seater configuration until we had the Ioniq 9 6-seater. Much easier to get to the third row with 6 seats. Otherwise, You got to put the second row seats down and climb over. But easier for, I guess, older passengers or those with mobility issues. You can sort of just scoot around the back through the middle section there, the second row. So, yeah, guys, this looks interesting. I think, there's probably a market for 6-7 seat vehicles in Australia. It's sort of growing by the day. So, what do you reckon? It's going to be a winner?
I think so.
Roland, Model X, what's the go?
I'll be honest. Besides the Falcon wing doors, I'll take this new one over that.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, it's a heritage car, if that's the word we're going to use.
Vintage.
For the Model X.
Legacy.
Vintage. Yeah. Like, I just put up a video last week. I took my X for servicing just to do the usual checks and just fixing one or two things. It was $1,000-something, and there's still something else that's still waiting to be fixed. But yeah, I think overall it's a big car for a 7-seat. I don't think a lot of people want massive cars, so I think this car being pretty much the same size but a little bit longer, I think that's actually pretty good. So you still have the flexibility to get people in the third row. And I think the one thing they've actually done well and they've learnt, I think, compared to the old the Model X with 6 seats, is the 6-seater versions in the Model X are actually fixed back, so they actually don't fold down. So the entire seat moves as it is. So if you're not comfortable in a certain position, you actually can't move besides just moving the entire seat in the Model X. So I think it's good that they actually made this foldable.
That's good. I'm curious to see that the second row has these powered armrests. So I think this is this thing here, right? This could be moved up and down. Yeah, I mean, look, we had the Volvo EX90 for our trip to the Gold Coast. That was all right. We had the Ioniq 9 for a week. That was probably more comfortable, to be honest. So I'm curious to see what the YL, if it ever comes to Australia. I mean, that's, of course, open to speculation, right?
Yeah. Now, a couple of points. The retractable sort of armrest, I think, is a cool idea. It makes it easier to get in and out from the back. They can be, I guess, deployed by using the touchscreen, the second row touchscreen you've got there. So they sort of hide away when you don't need them, and if you want them, they can sort of be erected. Now, aside from that, what's really cool is both rows can be folded down from the back, from the sort of the boot. So like the new Model Y, you can do that with the rear seats. With the Model YL, you can do both seats. It's got a bigger center touchscreen. It's moved up from 15.4 inch to 16 inch. So that's the front main screen. And and you've got air vents on the sides, which I don't know where they are on the normal Model Y.
You talking about these ones?
Yep.
I don't think are they actually there in the old Model Y, in the current Model Y?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
I think you've just got the one where the screen is.
Yeah, that's right.
One thing that's also very, very cool, so you can see a lot of engineering has gone into it, but from the outside, it doesn't look like it that way. It has the lowest coefficient of drag, even lower than the Model 3.
Oh, wow. What, 0.219 is that Model 3?
Yeah, it's lower than that. It's like 206 or something like that, but incredible. It's the only Tesla product in the current lineup that has a better coefficient of drag is the Model S. So you can see how far ahead that car was. And this car gets more range than the long-range Model Y. It's a bigger car.
Nice.
So I think you get if it comes to international markets, you will get probably just around 600 kilometers of WLTP range from this car. For a car this size, with the battery that it's using, which is going to be around 82 kilowatt hours. Other cars, Tom, like the Volvo EX90, and I think from memory, the Hyundai Ioniq, it's closer to 100 kilowatt hours, if not more. I think Volvo is 111 kilowatt hours.
Yeah, they're both pretty big and they're not efficient. We tested on the road. It's, we're talking 25s on the road, on the highway. So yeah, it looks like the new YL will be quite slippery, which is good. My apologies, everyone. Yes, the YL was released yesterday in China. So yes, these might be prototype shots, but or well, at least pre-prod maybe, but yeah, they're actually released now in China, so that's good. Yeah, thank you. Yes, I appreciate that. Yes, available for test drives now. Yeah, will Tom Zeekr 007 GT be next? I hope so, William. I really do. We'll keep pushing Zeekr for that. Some people are saying YL only China. A lot of retooling for just one market, even though it's a big one.
Apparently, those in China are saying this is definitely an international product. It's just going to be launched in China first. And I think that's exactly as I think Hal just said, a lot of retooling if it's just going to be for one market. Here's a, pie in the sky sort of idea. Imagine the fact that it comes in gold, like the like we've got with what's that robotaxi Cybercab?
Oh, yep.
Right. Now, remember when everybody said Cybercab's too small? And currently the robotaxis in the US are the Model Ys. Now, if this is produced as a robotaxi, which I don't see why this wouldn't be a robotaxi if you really wanted one with more than 5 seats. As efficient as it is, it could be I don't like to use this term often, it could be a game changer for Tesla in the robotaxi space, particularly where it ticks so many boxes. How they managed to squeeze, or how they managed to put that much space in that car with those seats, it's pretty crazy from a car design point of view. When you put the seats down, you get nearly over 2,500 liters of space. And I can just imagine for camping, for whatever else, and also for robotaxi purposes, this would be a pretty cool thing. Pricing wise, it's about, I think, 10% more than a long range in China. So if in Australia we're selling the long range for, I can't even remember anymore, 70 grand, 75 grand, then we're looking at a 10% premium, which is not bad.
It's pretty good, 10% more for 2 extra seats. Yeah, I think what got to be careful too with, obviously, if it's just like a city car, like we're just carrying people around, it's no problem. But for obviously a long road tripper, you want it to be quite comfy as well. So yeah, I think that's got to be taken into consideration as well. Certainly cars like the Ioniq 9, it's built for comfort for sure. Sure, you lose in the efficiency stakes, but yeah, I mean, obviously, for a taxi, Uber XL, right, or DD large or whatever, then this is pretty good for just getting people around town in a taxi like this.
And from a comfort point of view, there's one more thing that they've added, and it's not on any other Model Y, which is the adaptive dampers from the Model 3 Performance. They are in this Model YL, so I wonder what that does to ride comfort. This is I think what they've done underneath is really cool, like most things what Tesla does. Whether it will be a huge sales hit, time will tell, but they definitely need to make it for more than just one market.
Yeah, for sure. No, good to see it's in China, and we'll see it soon, hopefully, here. That'd be good.
I feel like they did that to the suspension because the third row pretty much sits on the rear wheels. So, for the ones that have sat on the bus, if you sit on the wheels, it's like the worst spot you could be on.
Oh, I hate those seats on the bus. Remember the school bus days? You just avoid that seat, right? Just get thrown around. L has suspension adjustment, as people are saying. Yeah, I think if it sells well, they should send it here to Australia, correct? I mean, I don't know, Sim, 3 seats in the back row. I wouldn't want to sit in the back row with 3 seats for too long. It's pretty squashed. Most of the 7-seaters we've tested have 2 in the back. I think that's plenty for most 7-seaters. Lewis is saying, I reckon it's another missed opportunity, perhaps. How many people have been asking for an affordable Tesla compared to a longer Tesla? Yeah, we'll see.
Now, hopefully, we will know within the next month or so where that affordable Tesla sits, because it's definitely now penciled for Q4. So, yeah, now that they've done this soft launch of this Model YL, the next one is going to be that. And just on the orders, apparently on Chinese social media, within the first day of the configurator going online, they've got roughly 40,000 orders. Now, I think that's to do with the number you get when you place an order. I think people have sort of been saying, when it launched, there was this number, and 40,000 numbers later, your reference number, whatever they call it, order number. But we'll see. But deliveries start in mid-September.
Yeah, China size, right, guys? 40,000. We were just talking about 1,000 orders for Zeekr 7X, and then boom, 40,000 in China. That's just mind blowing, honestly. Yeah. Here we go. John's saying, I heard the new Model 2, which is this affordable Tesla, perhaps will be a stripped down Model Y with many features removed, including the glass roof. Yep, we'll see. When did we talk about a budget Model Y, guys? Last week? Were they going to create that in China? Was it? Which market was that?
It's coming. 2 weeks.
Yeah. 2 weeks.
Real
Waiting
soon.
for long 2 weeks now. Yeah. All right. Thanks for those comments, guys. Keep on coming. You can see that on the screen as well. Here we go. The 007 GT high-performance electric station wagon is also being studied for Australian introduction, says Zeekr Australia MD Frank Lee, telling EV Central that these are under consideration. Keep considering, guys. We want them here for sure. All
Mr.
right.
Frank Lee, we need it here, please. You're listening.
100%.
Just let us know.
Yeah. Keep those comments coming. That's great. All right. Cool. That's the Model YL. Absolutely. For sale now in China, which is good. Hopefully next time we're there, Riz and Roland, we'll hopefully check that out. That'd be good. All right. Let's just want to quickly thank our sponsors once again real quick before we move on. So thank you to MyCar, Tyre and Auto. Thank you to Hankook Driving and Motion. And also thank you to Carloop as well. Thank you to Riz and team, Data to Empower Australia's EV revolution. Speaking of MyCar, I just wanted to quickly just touch on this email I got from MyCar today. It says, Dear Tom, with the recent change in its business model, BYD distribution will now be managed directly by BYD Australia. We know that now. MyCar proudly remains an aftermarket service provider for BYD vehicles. This reinforces our commitment to delivering trusted, high-quality service, etc., etc., etc. So there you go. MyCar is still looking after BYDs despite the distribution change in Australia. Bit of a PSA for you BYD owners. Okay, Grandpa wants to talk about this. Are we going to discuss the possible road tax for EVs? I guess we should. I don't have a problem with it, but I think they should cancel the fuel excise for ICE cars and charge everyone the same road tax. I'll get hate. No, you won't get hate. I agree with you. I think actually what's more interesting is the logistics of how they're going to tax this, because we know in Victoria is obviously that was overturned. I think you guys had to submit a photo of your odometer every year for Rego. Is that right?
Yeah. We had to sort of take a photo, submit it online with the clunkiest system you can find. Half the time it wouldn't recognize what you were submitting. And then sometimes you had to go in. I remember I went in once to one of the Vic Roads offices, and they just asked me why you were here, and I told them, and they said, we don't know anything about this. So then there was one of my multiple EVs wasn't getting charged anything. I never got anything in the mail to say submit your odometer reading. Couple were. So yeah, it was a bit of a shambles. But coming back to the national issue, it is going to be very difficult for the government to look at its systems and figure out how it collects what. Because right now it's simple, right? Every liter of fuel, you get X amount, straightforward. You can't give complex problems to public servants to solve. And I think that this is one of those which could take years before anything happens. But I agree with you, Grandpa, it needs to be fair and needs to be across every vehicle.
Yeah, I agree with the Grandpa as well. I think they shouldn't cancel the fuel excise. I think they should keep the fuel excise and put on a road tax as well. That way, that's the quickest way to switch to EVs, right? Because then you're not paying double. If you've got an ICE car, you're not paying at the pump. Neither are you paying a road tax. You're just paying the road tax. But it's not a flippant matter. Like, how are they going to tax us? I mean, I think submitting a photo of your Rego is ridiculous. It's quite clunky, as Riz said. It's just very archaic. Do they, ask you to declare your odometer, your income tax every year? Do they ask you to declare it your Rego every year? I mean, every state has got their own Rego system. Is it going to be a levy on your tax like Medicare at the moment? There are a few ways to do this, but they've got to work this out before they implement this nationwide, guys. So yeah, I think if there's a fair and equitable way to do it, then I'm all for it. But until then, they've got to sort that out. I mean, an unpopular way to do it would be to make everybody who drives a car have a little e-taggy thing, like a road, for toll, right? That way they can track us how far we're driving. I mean, that would be very unpopular, but that's an easy way to do it. I know some people complain. In fact, probably most people complain about that. Do they track our phones? Like, it's a tough one, right? There's got to be a high tech solution at low cost, surely. Don't know. I don't have the answer. Thoughts, Roland? I don't know. You got any ideas?
No ideas, but I agree that it should be definitely fair, and they definitely should not rush into it. But I mean, in all seriousness, it's the government. They're not going to rush. It won't. They won't do something ASAP, but that they do need to get it right. Not like what they did in Victoria.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with the federal tax. Like, it should be a federal tax levy, not a state, because it's crazy. You're taxed in Victoria, but you're driving in New South Wales or South Australia. That's stupid. That's why Chris Vanderstock and co were trying to get it out, and luckily it was thrown out of court. Not constitutional. So yeah, federal tax makes sense. The same way the fuel excise is federal. So it's just the implementation. That's the tough bit. Do they need to nationalize licensing and rego? Maybe
they should.
Yeah.
Like, it's so an example of the road user charges across in New Zealand. I think the new government there put that in place instead of after the clean car discount went. We need a national approach to all of this stuff. That's the most fairest way of doing it. We do it with the tax system. We do it with everything else. I think states get involved. It's just duplication, crappy IT infrastructure that doesn't take into account most things that are happening federally. And we've got too many systems. Everyone's got their own rego, stamp duty, luxury car tax. I mean, luxury car tax is collected, I believe, federally. But the whole thing is it needs to be rejigged.
Yep.
So
yeah, can we get rid of that too? The luxury car tax while we're at it?
Almost gone. It's 90+ K now, so luckily. Yeah, stupid, right? To protect what manufacturing exactly?
Well, I think Zeekr 7X is the game changer, right? Because the type of luxury you get under the luxury car tax now, why do you need to buy an EQE?
Correct. For 80 grand, you get a performance Zeekr 7X drive away. John says in New Zealand, you have to buy RUC credits, road user charge credits. You can buy them in different amounts, and when you get pulled over, they check your RACs up to date. Oh, okay, interesting. So you kind of buy them in advance, right? Then you display RUC certificate on your windscreen. So I guess you can estimate, say, I'm going to drive 20,000 Ks a year. That's not a bad way to do it, actually. Or at least like an app on your phone or something to say, yeah, you're up to date. That's not a bad way to do it. Well done, New Zealanders. Yeah, cash grab. I mean, look, we live in this country, right? We need to pay for services. I get it. You got to tax somewhere. You can't not have tax. So that's my philosophy anyway. I mean, we're going to lose a lot of fuel excise revenue eventually if we do switch to EVs. So I guess they're just future-proofing for the time being. Someone said earlier that you got a odometer for rego. I don't know if that's the case in New South Wales, Roland. I don't think you got to record your mileage, do you, on your rego? I don't recall doing that.
When the car is over 5 years old, when you need to get a e-safety check, which is formerly known as a pink slip,
yes,
the kilometers get recorded as part of that. So when you do a rego search in New South Wales, for any cars over that age, it does show. So you can always check the history.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot. I rarely keep cars over 5 years now, but yes, you're right. You do have to do that. Good point. Here we go. Yes, Grandpa says Tom charge ICE cars double. Yeah, no, not controversial. I think let's do it. Quickest way to switch to EVs. I don't think any prime minister, well, anyone running for government is going to propose that. That'll just be laughed out, unfortunately. All right.
Well,
yeah,
without getting political, if we looked at the last election campaign, there was a lot of standing in front of the petrol pump, in front of Toyota dealerships, in front of any opportunity to try and sell more fuel, because you will save, whatever cents they were going to give off per liter of fuel if you voted for one party. It does become a very political thing when you start to take away people's freedoms of driving whatever Ram 1500s and whatever else people want to drive.
I think the bottom line is there's just too many layers of government in Australia. Again, without going too political or too philosophical here, but it's just like council, state, federal. Like, gosh, it's just make it more efficient, right? But anyway, that's a bigger discussion. All right. Speaking of paying, guys, let's move on. But thanks for your comments, everyone. That's great. Great to see a lot of discussion there. This is why I love these live streams. It's like a forum. A lot of opinions there. So hopefully someone's watching up in government there. Get some opinions. All right. Now, speaking of paying more, now Roland and Riz. So this is something that Roland posted this week. So forget Netflix. Volkswagen locks horsepower behind paid subscription. Do we agree with this? Do we want companies, gatekeeping or paywalling subscriptions for more, kilowatts or Newton meters? What do you think, guys? Should we be accepting this?
I'll let you start. It's a very sore spot because I'm so passionate about this because I've had so many Volkswagens and Audis all modified. So subscription, I disagree because I don't know, it genuinely does not seem right. Like if it's a once-off, I get it, and I personally think that's acceptable because I look at it from, formerly petrol head, you would do the same to unlock more power. You would tune your car or flash tune your car. Someone plugs in a computer, does some coding. That's a one-off fee. So I see that similar to how Tesla do their acceleration boost. You pay the once off, you get it, and that's it. But for this, I'm just trying to think, what's the logic for a subscription-based view? Like, you go all of a sudden, I want 30 extra kilowatts, I'm going to pay. I just can't see the use case behind that besides a cash grab. Like if you're talking subscription for like the enhanced autopilot for Tesla's example, I get that. There is a use case for that. If you're doing big road trip, you might want to experience that, but I just can't see it in this one.
Roland, I think we all know what's going on here. The executives in Wolfsburg, where Volkswagen's based, are clearly shiting bricks because their revenue is falling off the cliff. But then again, if they're going to do that to the ID.3, why wouldn't people buy a Cupra Born? Literally
all the
same
Cupra
car.
Well, the Cupra Tavascan, the same as the ID.5, but just a bit more powerful. This is the Cupra mode, right? Yeah. I don't know. I've been 2 months about this. Like, maybe some months I feel like a hoon, right? I just want a bit more power. I just want to pay $100 for like 50 more kilowatts. But then you're right. Sometimes you just want one and done. Just like pay a couple of grand, just a bit more acceleration.
So like Tesla acceleration boost, $3,000.
Yep.
Right. You pay that, you have it with the car. I don't know what happens once you change owners, but hey, $3,000. It is what it is type of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, subscription. I mean, there's been so many. I think Nick's got a point in the chat that didn't BMW try this with heated seats? Yes. BMW tried it. Many other companies in the US, I think, like enhanced autopilot. I believe GM's whatever their cruise control function is, Blue Cruise or whatever it is, they have some subscription on the back of that. But for power, if you've got it, I guess make it available or have a one-off fee.
And doesn't Tesla allow FSD subscriptions as well in the US? Is that still a thing?
Yes. Yep. They do allow that.
Okay. I like this comment by Tassie EV. A VW in Australia has zero connectivity in their cars. So I'm not sure how they could do that with no connectivity.
You got to go to the dealer and then you got to give your credit card.
Oh, of course. Yes. I thought that's quite funny. It's just emissions avoidance behind a subscription. Oh, ouch. Too soon? No, not too soon.
Subscription gate.
Yeah, I hope they have that in that Dash app just purchase. I could overtake someone. It's like, here's $5. I need to overtake now. Right, go.
Oh, jeez.
Too funny. Yeah, no, I think Roland, it's I think I'm with you actually. I think it's a bit weird. You know, you want the car to be fast all the time, right? So just pay the couple of grand, whatever.
Maybe a data analyst was like, you know what? This is how Volkswagen can make money. You know, when they do their projections, some finance person,
Yeah.
and they go, right, we're going to sell, I don't know, 100,000 cars over X amount of period. If we did a subscription, we're going to generate this much more revenue.
So Roland, you're spot on, and there's only one person to blame for this craziness, this madness, and that's Elon Musk, because he showed people that you can get money from people driving cars on a subscription. Like, people pay for premium connectivity, most customers pay for that, and a whole lot of other subscription things. And then you had these German executives sitting in their suits saying, "Ah, yeah, I think we have opportunity to make money on subscription here." And they've been trying that for years, and it hasn't worked because they're not providing enough value for people to justify paying a monthly fee. Premium connectivity, for customers, there's some value there. Enhanced autopilot or FSD, if it's available in a subscription, there's value there. You increase your adoption. But for this sort of stuff, like, I've got the best option. If anyone is interested in increasing horsepower without paying a subscription fee, do exactly what Tom did with the BYD Seal. Get blue brake calipers automatically as 45 horsepower, and it's all a mindset thing. You're winning.
I mean, it was a one-off fee, Riz. I mean, it was. I didn't even pay. It was just for for me to review. So, but I mean, if you want it, it's like one-off, right? And street presence, like, just elevates the car status, right? You know,
Tread. That's
totally
no subscription.
Totally. Yeah. So there you go. Now, speaking of which, Tesla have, there you go, kindly introduced Stalks. I think. Which market is this? This is yen,
China.
right? So, oh, sorry, China. This is one. So it's back.
Yeah.
There you go. It's back. This is a big admission from Tesla. They're kind of saying, well, okay, people want Stalks, so you can choose to have Stalks again. Stalks are back.
And it's not an option.
Oh, it's not an option, so it's actually included.
It looks like included. From what we know at the moment, it's
Okay.
included.
Big admission, I think. Huge.
So
Interesting.
this apparently there is a retrofit available for cars that are produced after February 2025. In China, I guess, but maybe it's more of a mainstream thing later on. Having said that, a lot of people that I know that have this generation of Model 3 don't want Stalks back. So I don't know. Maybe it's to attract new buyers, but it's good to have. I think it's a good thing to have. They did it with the Model Y, kept the Stalk there. It's a good thing to have.
Yeah, I mean, clearly they had enough feedback to say, look, okay, there's a huge vocal percentage of owners who say, okay, we want Stalks. Oh, sorry, we don't want Stalks. You know, we're happy without the Stalks. But clearly there's enough people to say, hey, I would have bought one had there been Stalks. So interesting. It's a big admission, and they clearly listen to that feedback too. No Stalks, no worries, says Aaron Crofts. Nick says soon, steering wheel included as well. Good.
That's it.
Good. Maybe subscription based, like, $100 a month. You get a steering wheel with it. Stalks the same. Yeah, Scott saying Stalks. No, that's right. It's very divisive. There you go. Happy with without Stalks, says Ben, and Scott says 100% Riz buttons are fine. There you go. Look, I don't know. Would the new ones have Stalks and buttons so you can choose which one to use? I'm not sure.
I think they're going to phase it out.
Yeah.
Phase the buttons out?
Because then it'll be pretty much Model Y steering wheel, as in they just need to do one.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's probably easier for production, right? Spare tire subscription would be interesting. Yeah. Some months with, some months without. That's funny. All right, let's keep pushing on. Now, Thanks, Daz, for sharing this with us. So this is the Ampol Foodery Eastern Creek Eastbound EV charging station. So Eastbound's open, I think. Westbound's not open yet, and listed as 240 kilowatts. So let's see what we. How did Daryl get a blue sky day in Sydney? That's cheating. Surely this is photoshopped.
AI.
AI, it's fake. Doesn't stay sunny in Sydney for long. Not at the moment, anyway. But look, this is interesting. That's showing you a charge curve as well. This is in Daryl's Xpeng, I believe. So currently 83 kilowatts. State of charge. Average 83 kilowatts. That's some good stats here. From 49 to 96%. You can see how it just drops down every now and then. It's good.
One more thing about that screen there. It looks like hypercharger. Tom, remember a couple of years ago we did when the MG4 launched, we did the road trip from Sydney to Canberra and back, and we tried that charger, the Pheasant's Nest one, and you could barely see the screen because it was, there was so much. It was a glossy screen. This is a hypercharger now. It appears to be more of a matte screen.
Oh, very good
So
spot, Riz.
Glad that they're listening.
Very good. Yes, that's a good, great pickup. Yeah, and I mean, admittedly, it was sunny that day. You can see blue sky. But
It was, yeah.
yeah, no, that makes a big difference. You can actually see what you're doing. Yeah, right.
What if that's a screen protector and they haven't ripped it off?
Could be.
I mean, that's fine. Leave it on, right? It's not going to glare on you. Yeah, it's not a bad setup. Again, it'd be nice to if these were covered, so like we feel like first class citizens again. But look, like I'm not going to complain, right? Too much,
Bins.
but yeah, bins. The Tesla Supercharger in Goulburn's got tire compressor hose.
Yep.
So we're getting there, and hopefully not too far a walk to toilets and so on as well. So good to see Ampol, and that Eastern Creek location's good as well. It's a sort of confluence of M7 and M4, very close to that area. So it's a good spot to have chargers for sure. Okay, yes, I think that is an Xpeng 563 volts. Yep, good spot as well. Yep, 563 volts. Yeah, needs windscreen washers, correct. Yep. Looking forward to see the Zeekr 7X charge curve. Yes, me too. It'd be good to test that one. All right. Now, gents, we talked about the Rolls competitor earlier, so here it is. Bentley unveiling a design concept for its first EV and the perfect Instagram shot.
Oh, jeez.
What do you reckon, Riz? Should we sell our respective Spectres and get this?
Oh, look. That is... I think BMW cops a lot of heat for having insane front grille. This has to be close.
That is the front of a BMW iX, that middle bit.
Yeah.
Yep, it is. Actually, when I first saw this pic, I thought, oh, is that a Beamer? But no, it's actually a Bentley. Okay, and now I can't get rid of this photo. It's like glued onto my screen. Press escape. Okay, we're stuck with this photo. Okay, so there we go. Bentley. I mean, it's still obviously a concept, right? But to match the Spectre Riz, it's got to have the same price tag. Maybe undercut it for opening special 888, surely.
Yep. Bentley is definitely not Rolls-Royce spec, but I guess, still handmade. I don't know how you're going to hand make half of those bits there, but it's all part of the British prestige that comes with the Bentley brand.
Yeah. Bentley Beast. It's a nice looking beast. Was that the Addams Family car in the back of the first shot? Yeah. The other once I can't get that. See if I can get this web page up again. No, I'm stuck with it. Yeah, the older Bentley was sort of contrasting with this new one. Yeah. Gene says Ioniq 6 owners are cheering. Oh, poor Ioniq 6. Cops are beating. Did Bentley beat Jaguar to the market?
Oh yeah.
Ugly different. Like a different kind of ugly. Yeah. Yep. All right. That's Bentley. And a bit of PSA from Tassie EV. Bit of info on Tassie and Supercharger builds. News is that there will be a 4-bay V4 satellite installed and operational before end of September at Bunnings outlet in Glenorchy, which is a suburb of Hobart. It will have capability to expand to 8 bays. That's good. Assumption open to all. CCS2. Great. Good to see more superchargers in Tasmania. Thank you for that. And check this out, everyone. So I don't know whether you guys saw this on social media this week. This is a BYD getting a lightning strike in China. 3 times, I believe. Boom. It's pretty spectacular there. Yeah, so I think apparently from what I've read, it was fine afterward. It drove away and no problems with electronics and battery and so on. So yeah, pretty impressive. I mean, I'm sure other cars have received lightning strikes before, but yeah, just proving that EVs can experience the same and be okay. Not that I want to be experiencing that for myself, but yeah, good real life example. I thought maybe it might have been induction charging at first, guys, but no, it's actually actual lightning. Yep, free charging. I agree.
Free charging.
Fully charged. Yeah, it wasn't going at 88 miles per hour. And no, it did not get 1.21 gigawatts. Tony says I'm lying about Bentley. I am loving it. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I'll take it. There you go. Sorry, was you going to say something?
Oh yeah, I think the 18 kilowatt hour battery pack that C-Line 6 potentially has, if it's one of those plug-in hybrids that are very popular, that would have been charged up like 3 million times.
Did you go back to 1955? Yeah, I don't know. Probably not. Now this is cool. So this is Moonee Beach Tesla Supercharger, which is very close to Coffs Harbour. Great spot. I've stopped there myself a couple of times. But what was really interesting that Scott highlighted was this ad here. I didn't see that when I was there, so it must be new. Is your car charging? Show staff at the bottle shop receive a 10% discount and a free soft drink for the driver. There you go. Good business opportunity there. Hopefully more outlets and more shopkeepers clue onto that. EV chargers. People have to hang around for a bit longer than petrol, so you might as well entice them with a deal, eh? Good spot there, Scott. All right, and yeah, Scott again showing us how it's done. So this is a new Tesla Superchargers at Kew, which I think is in the mid-north coast of New South Wales, so around Port Macquarie up there. So gravelly roads, no bins and stuff, unfortunately, no solar, but apparently good wings nearby. So that looks really tasty, actually. So thank you, Scott, for sharing that with us with your lunch. In some ways, guys, EV charging half an hour, sometimes it's not enough to stop for a meal. By the time you order and go to the bathroom, it's already 15 minutes have passed. Then you tuck in and you're going to move the car. So it is what it is. Can you just get a free soft drink or do you need to buy something? I think, yeah, good point, actually. Let's put this back on again. This ad here. Let's read that out again. Plus a free soft drink for the driver. Maybe when you buy something at the bottle shop to get a 10% discount.
I read the plus as you buy something.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I said run out of business. Okay. So just quickly, this is Renew Economy saying New South Wales removing Strata blocking vote on EV chargers and rooftop solar. So I think previously Strata voting required 75% for major changes, which included EV chargers and solar and so on. But I think that's been revoked down to 50%. So a bit easier now to get chargers in basements, which is good. Right. So it might be time if you're an apartment dweller to maybe speak to your Strata about this. It's good. Good to see. Alrighty. Yeah, good move, New South Wales. 100%. Guys, that is the end of our show. Right on the hour. So, yeah, once again, thank you to Riz and Roland for joining us. Thank you, Riz. What's on this week?
Yeah, thanks, everyone. This week I'll be up in rainy Sydney tomorrow for a day or so, and then I'll get back to rainy Victoria, and yeah, no, not a lot else. I'm currently about to get back MG4 the entry model 51 Excite, and it is a nice car. As in, MG did a good job. Infotainment system could be better. Hoping that the new MG4 will, as we discussed, I think last week, there's potentially a new Oppo design infotainment system coming to the newer car. But yeah, aside from that, that's all that's happening. Roland, what's cracking?
No cars yet. I pick one up tomorrow. EX90 Performance.
Ooh.
Top
So
spec.
looking forward to it. Top spec.
Top spec. There's no other spec.
I was looking it up. 910 Newton meters of torque.
Yeah, 7-seater. It's pretty crazy, right?
7-seater. 910. That's nuts.
Nah, you'll like it. It's Sino-Swedish luxury.
Yeah, it'll be the first SUV with that much power that I'm driving. So look forward to it.
Sounds fun. Hopefully it goes well. Going to take it anywhere, or just driving around town?
Driving around town. It's raining. What can you do?
Yeah.
Safety
Test the
first.
wipers.
Yeah. Oh, it'll do better than the Model X wipers, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look, Leon says Firefly announced for Singapore Q4. Ooh, with Q1 launch. Interesting.
Yeah, I also heard, I don't know if it's Firefly, but I also heard Neo is potentially also looking at going to Singapore. So if that happens, it's one step closer to us, but Firefly sounds more legit.
Is Singapore right-hand drive?
Yes, it is. Same. Might be worth a trip to Singapore to have a look. Alrighty. Thanks, guys. Yeah, thanks for your time. And, of course, Roland's YouTube channel, Zapped AU. Check that out. Lots of content there, including the new EX90. That will be on show, I'm sure, very soon.
Roland, you might have to get copyrights to that BYD Sea Lion 6 Lightning. Imagine playing that in the beginning of every video on your channel. You're about to get zapped. And then your video
the lightning
starts.
strike.
Yeah.
Play a bit of Akhtar as well, just give it a boost.
I'll blend it into the next car.
That's right. Alrighty, guys. Thanks so much for your time, Riz and Roland. Thank you, everyone, as well, for joining us on tonight's stream for all your fun. Yeah, we shall see you all hopefully next week if nothing else is happening. Thanks for joining us, and you've been watching Ludicrous Feed. Not that one. This one. Nope. This one. This one. There we go. This one. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night, and we shall see you all then. Bye-bye. Have a good night.
See you all.